Continuing on with Disco Elysium. Well, I figure that before we leave the crime scene here, we really should finish our business. We probably should engage the gremlin child. Like, I was looking all around this place for other things. Okay, there are some things that I wasn't looking at. But, he's right here. I guess we do need to talk to him. Before we do that, though, I did ask what should we put skill points into. There was a few different responses. Some people said physical instrument. Some people said Inland Empire and Shivers. I think someone said Half-Light. But, yeah, I probably agree with Inland Empire and Shivers. Let's put something in that. There we go. Inland Empire is level 5. And Shivers is now level 7. Alright. Let's talk to the child.
Kuno's got this.
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, Nappa Gumpy, Kuno!
Yells the other kid behind the fence. Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno! Get him right in the dick!
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick.
So he says.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Let's admonish the child. Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
He is doing that.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno! Ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, Kuno!
The fuck? Does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects, making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Wow, physical instrument kind of admires Kuno. Hey kid, you wanna hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no. Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
You got a good hand, kid.
What? You wanna fuck Kuno now?
Let's just not respond to that.
What's the matter? Kuno's got you cornered. Nothing to say.
He's swaying from side to side like a vicious rooster.
Who's the man now, huh? Kuno's the man. You wouldn't believe the pussy Kuno tears up.
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon.
Oh, why don't you repeat what you said for your friend over there? Are you kids siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
That's not even what that word means. Kim, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What forces?
You will see.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body. What do you know about it?
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno! Pig's choking! He's totally choking!
Kim, help me out here. What do we want to know?
If I were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Where's the rest of his armor?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor.
How come, Kuno?
Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant.
A mutant?
Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. He's a giant. The armor's too big for any man.
Oh, is Kuno actually giving a valid observation here?
Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Physical instrument tells me that you're just too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. He's huge.
He squints at you.
What are you? Fucking 80? When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Kuno would be indeed quite large if he was capable of doing that.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
What do you mean you threw the armor away, Kuno?
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big.
He performs a kickoff on the imaginary helmet.
Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno.
You threw it in the sea?
Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. Kuno's a fucking monk.
I did think that Kuno did seem like he belongs in the monastery, yes.
You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate.
Who do you mean, troubadour?
Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows.
We haven't actually talked to anyone in the union yet.
So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor. Go to the gate. Ask him yourself.
Alright, well, Kuno has actually given us a topic in our notebook.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
The Inland Empire seems to think that this is a path we should take. Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck gimp. Kuno uses the fuck gimp for target practice.
No, not is Kuno. Was.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
Physical instrument, you're not helping. Do you know how it got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening?
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay. Where did he go then?
I don't know. Some fucking
He looks around, trying to come up with something.
Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
Where is Night City, Kuno?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Well, I mean, if Kuno was in an entirely other game, I guess that does clear him of being the murderer. I guess we didn't really think that he was the murderer to begin with, but have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno.
There are contusions all over his body. Did you do that?
Fuck are you talking about? What is this contusion shit?
He grabs his head like it's suddenly hurting.
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Again? I hate words too.
Words are fucking shit. Make you stupid. Kuno's got his own words now. Kuno words.
I relate to that. Make up your own language because you don't like the one that exists. More on this later. Right now, let's talk about something else.
You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
About this crime scene. You kids often play in this yard?
Right, pig? This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it?
The dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How did they get there, Kuno?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. Could be a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
He wouldn't be saying that if I had opened it with my pry bar. That would have been badass.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
Alright, entertain me. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, These are found modulars, liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists?
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic wrap pants. They are graphite black and look brand new. Wow, he's wearing some serious stuff.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
We need to get these pants.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
I might be interested in the pants. Let's talk about that later.
Alright, Pickle, shit's rolling.
I mean, I don't have any money, and I'm already in debt. But the pants are so good.
Don't do business with the pig, Kuno. He's gonna steal all your money, Kuno.
As you can see, Kuno and C don't trust you. Can't do business without trust.
How do we gain the child's trust?
There's more to his distrust than being a pig. He feels threatened by something obscure in you. What that is, however, remains a puzzle for now.
Oh yeah, the racist mug. Is this your mug, Kuno?
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
Yeah, does this racist mug have anything to do with it?
Yeah. Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after the mug fucker? 'Cause he's the clothes fucker?
He might be one and the same.
I can't hear you, Kuno. Speak louder, Kuno.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Kuno. Someone has tampered with the crime scene, cleaned some of it up.
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
He nods in approval.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
I'm not sure if we need to tie people to the radiator just yet, physical instrument.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
I mean, we're cops. Our job is to squeal.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno. They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching. Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah, get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face.
Well, I guess that's the end of the mug conversation. That ladder yours, Kuno?
No, it's not fucking Kuno's. It's ancient. Look at it.
It does look quite old, yes. The ladder nailed to the tree.
He thinks you're fucking fool, Kuno. He says you climb the ladder up to your magic tree house.
That is what I'm saying, yes?
Get the fuck out of here, pig. Kuno doesn't have a magic treehouse.
Are you holding out on me, Kuno? What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kipta's gardener used to work there.
The gardener used to work there.
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
He loves the smell of that rotting corpse. What did you mean by kipped?
Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright?
Okay. You mean the young woman by the whirling in rags? That gardener?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods, as if agreeing with himself. Well, Kuno, I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
I gotta ask, who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Kuno sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions, Kuno.
Help! He's digging his dick out!
I am not digging my dick out, Kuno.
Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid!
My dick is not out.
Pigs it in, Kuno! Somebody, please!
It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez.
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
That is high. Well, we need to establish, you know, a sense of trust between us and Kuno. And Kuno's from the streets, you know? He's rough and tumble. And clearly words are not getting through. So, and words are not our high point anyway. Like, we put all these points into physical. I guess it's for moments like these. Oh, we failed anyway.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Well, I guess an 83% chance of victory means there is a 17% chance of failure. It's the old XCOM odds.
It's not as bad as it feels. You've maybe pulled a joint. The indignity makes it worse.
Try really, really hard to hold it together.
Pig's biting down on his knuckles. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the Kuno?
Stay with me. The biting is having some kind of effect. The pain is receding.
Okay, well, we got that health point back anyway.
Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
He's writhing with joy, like the power you gave him is too much to take.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
The one behind the fence hisses like a lit fuse ready to go off from delight. Unfortunately, we lost a morale point, so we only have the one left. Kim, help me up, please.
No.
Oh. Yeah, laugh it up. Let's just get back to it.
Kuno beat the shit out of the popo. Beat your fucking knee off.
That's not really how it went, Kuno.
I told you not to tempt such forces.
The annoyance in his voice is directed at you, not the gremlins.
Now, how about we go and do something worth the public's time?
I mean, to be fair, if I actually punched him, that probably would have been worth the public's time. I imagine that the people in the city have to deal with this on a regular basis. All right. What is this?
Some kind of superstar.
Okay, our superstar thought is done.
They say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
All right, so what do we have here? -1 logic, price of self-delusion. Wow, our logic is 0 now. Learning cap for visual calculus raised for 6. Learning cap for suggestion raised to 6. Learning cap for electrochemistry raised. Electrochemistry does not need to become more powerful. Learning cap for composure raised to 6. All right. Hobo cop is almost there. We also have this one, which, like I said, I don't actually know what this is. But hey, let's internalize it. Let's just, I think we're done talking. The talking with Kuno didn't go well. We could try talking with Kuno S.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Let's take a step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some questions. Take another step.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Ahem. Child, converse with me.
Was the case they gave me.
She has almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her hat remains. Alright, well, it seems like there's not much of a conversation to be had there. Alright, so we didn't look at this on the ground last time.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
No, visual calculus, yeah. That's not happening. What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
What's this one over here? Oh, we can take stuff. So there's some real and magnesium.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
That's still very low. What is this?
It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack.
Well, if that's all it is, I guess nothing, no reason to look at that. Alright, so after investigating the body, it said to talk to Kuno, but it also said to talk to Gart. So I think there's something else we can follow up on Gart with concerning the murder site.
Can I help you?
I do like how I run around with the pry bar in my hand everywhere. It seems threatening. Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer.
Yes. Yes, they are. Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container, though?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
Okay, let's keep that in mind. Down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Shivers just give us a vision of the people who put the clothes in there? Well, I guess there's nothing else to talk about. Well, the thing at the whirling, I think we've already covered those.
Another thing. Great.
Yeah.
I love... Yes?
Oh, the kitchen's open. The dishes are drying. There's a smell of chemicals and pine trees.
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek.
Well, Hobocop is imminent.
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy Kubek. Sounds representative.
That is a very bully demise conclusion to come to, yes. Mr. Kubek, I'm here on official police business.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
So you've got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine.
Hobocop. Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore, but a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Reveals extra special collector's edition tear bottles on the map. More money from selling tear. Oh, we need money. Learning cap for Shivers raised to 6. Alright. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Oh, what's this? Money. You know, we're just gonna pick up some money. I mean, is it someone else's money?
A heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
I guess it doesn't matter if it's someone else's money.
You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery.
Touch the door.
The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
That won't do.
Challenge.
That's right, physical instrument. This is your time. Pull on the door. Hard.
The steel doesn't even tremble.
Put your weight into it.
Now you're hanging from the handle. The door remains immobile.
Oh no!
Okay, it was a challenge, and you failed. What now, loser?
Physical instrument. This is supposed to be your department. I'm just gonna have to say that I don't think you've been holding up your end of this investigation. I mean, I think that maybe we need to have a talk about your job performance here, because I feel like I've been relying on you for a few things and just hasn't been turning out. It has not been turning out how we expect to turn. So I wonder where this door leads.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
I'm drawn to its cobalt blue.
It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation.
No, the door is a mega investigation.
Hardly. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Yes. Let us tie him to the... Well, you remember what Kuno was talking about his, his idea for interrogation. Maybe we need to do a little bit of that to Gart so we can find out what's behind that door. That doesn't seem... Can we talk about that? Okay, here we go.
I love those.
There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Do you know what's behind it? Do you have...
Oh, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust.
He rubs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. Okay, I mean, it is a mystery then. Not even he knows what's behind it.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage.
Ah, yes, of his many cafeterias.
So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
All right, well, I guess nothing else to talk about. We did get a little bit of experience from it, so I mean, there's that. Find a way into the secret passage. We need to get close to Kuno so we can buy the pants. Oh yeah, we want to go to Kim's car so we can turn on his lights and read the watermarks in our file. To find out who got into the trash, we need to figure out who else has unauthorized access to the whirling trash. This may, I like how it says this may take a while. Don't worry about it right now. This is going to be down the line. Where's the rest of the armor? Go to the harbor gates, ask the Jolly Meske about the armor. Oh, we haven't actually talked to Kim directly. We need to click on Kim and ask him about the case. Well, that's an easy one to fulfill. We can just do that right now.
Yes?
Kim! Tell me about the case. Maybe I should ask you about that before we shot a dead body in a tree.
What do you want to know?
Literally anything about it. I can't remember a single thing.
Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. Now I remember.
Yeah, brief, yes. That sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Right, the strike that's happening. Does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Okay, so the victim was working for the company. So did he have conflict with the union? Why didn't we know anything about the caller?
They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
But why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
So the union has a lot of power here. But, I mean, we're the cops, right? Hold on, and the RCM is?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Let me just make this perfectly clear. Our job here is to find the killer?
That's right.
We got experience for finding out. Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I was thinking something otherworldly might be involved. You know, something supernatural.
I can assure nothing like that will happen. Do you know why not?
Why not?
Because it's not part of reality.
There's something the lieutenant isn't seeing. The universe is too irrational, too morally complex. You should convince him.
If we're from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
You know what I'm in on. Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecilic cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity.
I mean, that's kind of our thing. What kind of stupidity?
The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion.
Ah, so this is a struggle over who runs Martinez.
Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
I wonder why they sent Kim to the pissing competition then.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Ah, so you volunteered to spoil the cop-off.
Yes, I am an unrepentant spoilsport.
The lieutenant appears pleased with this. What's special about Martinez?
Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze, somewhere far away, below the turbine. The 41st and the 57th. The lieutenant was right. It's not about who gets what's north. It's about who doesn't.
What does this say about me? That I was sent to the pissing contest by my station? He raises an eyebrow, thinking it best to let you make the next move. There can only be one conclusion. I'm the finest we have, a hero cop, sent to outperform you in every way imaginable.
A good joke.
A joke, of course. Rest assured, I have no intention to compete with you.
It's good we set this thing aside. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? If not, we should move.
Well, enough of the competition then. Tell me something else.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
That is a 3% check for why did the 41st send me? Convince Kim there's a sexy dark mystery twist in the case. That is quite low. I would like to try to convince Kim that there's a sexy dark mystery, but we only have the one morale point, and it's hard to say whether or not failing a check is going to result in the loss of a point. So I'm a bit conservative about these checks now. And we also do not have a healing item for morale. Alright, so asking Kim to tell us about the case is done. Wonder if she would have anything new to say at this point.
Hello again, sweetie.
No, it doesn't look like it. Alright, let's head to the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Kim, how do I turn on the headlights?
Alright. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
Press engine start.
The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canema comes to life with a whiny growl.
That's quite a sound.
That sound, you feel the wind in your hair as if you're already driving. But where?
Yes, where? Because I'm not driving.
Down a narrow street, lined with shabby wooden houses, the 881 motor tracked, coiling like a serpent high above. Children play under the viaduct, eyes turn to watch you as you pass.
What's ahead?
The Valley of Dogs, and before it, a familiar dome, like a ladybug without the colors. The building has a designated parking place for your carriage. This is Precinct 41, as close as you have to home now. It's far away.
All right, a memory, I guess, of us driving to the precinct. Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold, with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
All right.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation washes over you.
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Look at the shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry. In the middle of a broken plaza, in a cone of light, barely visible in the daytime, two men, one slim, the other sturdy. They are on the city stage, but only one of them knows his lines.
I don't know who the Shivers is talking about right now.
Ah, Martinez.
He smells the air and says, "Where are we on this?"
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
His finger near the top of the map on a segment of coast jutting out into the great ocean. It seems nice,
No, it does not.
the lieutenant says without optimism. Let's look at the perforations.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the different rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Yeah, not bad. It's probably okay, an okay number of dots.
Not bad for what? You don't even know what it means yet.
That is true. What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Let's count them individually.
There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150, at least. Maybe even 200.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
3? That's it?
That's it.
Hey Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
Son, here is where we score your life performance. You better hope it's good.
I mean, we thought there was a not bad number of dots, so hopefully it's enough to satisfy physical instrument.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
I mean, I think we got drunk like a megastar is basically what I think is what we've been doing.
Yes, that does seem quite likely. Your youth coincided with some heady days for Revachol. But let's move on, shall we? This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see... Wow, more than 200.
Is that a lot?
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
See, Kim? I told you I was a superstar cop.
Call it what you want. You are a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
Confirmed kills? That sounds pretty evil. A drink would soften that feeling.
Is now a good time to pour one out for the fallen?
Definitely not.
Ah. So I'm a killer.
That's right. A killer of humans.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock Quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way. There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
It's obvious the lieutenant doesn't think very highly of these officers.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
He's sincerely glad you're not a scary predator. Not to say relieved you're competent.
Yeah, I would be relieved to find out that I'm competent. That's a nice thing to know. Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes.
Declines to elaborate. How do you handle the strain?
Everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
He gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby?
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
He points to your yellow gardening gloves. It's true, we are wearing the gloves.
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a jab.
Well, thanks for this.
The lieutenant nods.
Let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
He presses a remote control on the key. Alright, so we finished reading the watermarks. But there is something else we can do with the car.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's run our fingers over one of the steering levers.
The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Let's tap on the fuel preheater gauge.
As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They're also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Ah. Kim, what are we looking at? What is this machine?
This is the Cupri's Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
He nods at the cabin.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
What is this sinking feeling I have with the words motor carriage?
Nothing. It's probably nothing. Forget I brought it up. Please proceed with the carefree lollygagging.
Inland Empire is pulling back on that one. Doesn't want me to think about it, it seems. Okay, but what is a motor carriage? Explain this to me, Kim.
A motorized vehicle, officer. I'm sure you are familiar with the concept. We've had these for nearly a century.
Do all policemen in the RCM have such cool motor carriages?
The Cupri's motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
Can we turn it on and drive somewhere?
No, I'm afraid not. We have a murder case on our hands, remember?
Well, that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun, Kim. Now let's look around the cabin again.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
All right, the last thing to do is to use the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Oh yeah, Sylvie. I mean, Sylvie's not coming to work, so we need to talk to Sylvie. I need you to connect me to a citizen, a Sylvie. She may have reported a murder.
Of course. What is the number, officer?
Change of plans. Her number.
Kim, didn't Gart give you Sylvie's number?
Yes, hold on. Her number is 005 1944 298.
Received. Hold on, officer.
Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs.
Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Takes a bit to get to the phone.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello?
Female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. Sylvie? I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
I don't think that's your forte, electrochemistry. I mean, usually it would be empathy who would be making a call like that. Do you know how my paperwork ended up in the trash container behind the Whirling?
Well, you tried to jam it down the toilet, sir, clogging it completely. After I had unclogged the toilet and retrieved the paperwork, I threw it out in the trash, thinking you didn't need it.
I mean, that's reasonable to think that we didn't need it, if that's what we did.
I am sorry about that. Anything else, detective?
Oh, was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made the call?
No, sorry, I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
Well, what would the Union have to do with that?
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Wait, Kim. Is she speaking truth? The Union is the law around here?
Legally, no. In reality, yes. Martinez is de facto policed by the Dock Workers Union.
Yeah, something like that was mentioned before, that the Union handles everything here, and the cops, they don't have too much of a presence.
Words are not necessary to feel the lieutenant's discontent for the situation.
But why did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
I don't really know if we need to do that. What others do you mean?
The other people who live around here. Local people. I didn't want trouble.
What kind of trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Okay, I won't don't worry about it.
You do? What else can I do for you?
Next question.
Yeah, go on.
Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun? When did that happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating, and...
She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
I think we need to know.
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects, in a murder investigation.
I see. So things were maybe not going so well before we drank ourselves nearly to death, maybe. Why would I threaten to kill myself? Look at this world. I would love to stay.
There is silence on the other end of the line.
Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
But what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns.
Oh no, but I don't have the big bucks. I spent my big bucks on alcohol. I sold my gun and spent the money on alcohol, and I almost killed myself with the alcohol. Is Kim listening to this, I wonder? I mean, he's only a few feet away, but maybe he's not paying attention?
It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Yes, almost looked like I pawned it. Why did you quit your job at the Whirling?
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Wait, why are you not comfortable discussing it with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Get away from whom?
You know whom.
Well, I don't because I have no memory, but I won't push you on this. Are you coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Well, I mean, if you're taking some time off, do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? Oh, no.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness. Whatever noble intentions you once had as a police officer, it's eating them all up now. You're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation, right?
I'm serious. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, no one even really likes cops.
Yes, it can be difficult to be on the receiving end of so much distrust and outright hatred.
He says with a half sad, half smile, which I guess was the last thing we ever heard.
Nothing you can say would make you feel any better now.
Cop gives up the detective genre.
The detective genre for social realism. Another police officer resigned from the RCM following a nervous breakdown. He now lives under a bridge, drinking and occasionally throwing excrement at passers-by, shouting, "I never loved that woman." When asked to comment, former colleagues objected to the theory that his psychological disintegration was precipitated by his wife leaving him. "It's because the Furrows lost that match," said Captain Ptolemy Price, once the man's superior officer. "It's because he couldn't get a big gun from acquisitions, and anyway, police work really burns you out after a while," Satellite Officer Jean-Vic Mayer, the deranged former cop's partner, commented. Sergeant Matt Torson, another former colleague, did not propose any theories, merely saying, "Whatever happened to him wasn't about birds. He got fucked, that's all."
And that's the end of my story. As our depression meter reached maximum. Okay, I mean, we didn't even get a response from Sylvie on that date query. That was just, we asked it and immediately we lost the morale point. Just immediately. And that's how our story ended. Well, we still can load a saved game. But I guess that is going to be for next time, as we need, you know, let this just mull over our fate and what we could have done to change things. I mean, really, it would have been quite easy to change some of those things. But we did learn some important things, specifically that apparently we pawned our gun for drinking money, and then we spent the money on alcohol, and then drank the alcohol, and now we don't have any money, and we don't have our gun. And I guess probably the pawn shop is selling our gun. And we also found out that the cops don't really have any authority in Revachol, that the Union controls everything, and that there is this conflict between the Union and the company, and that the murder victim worked for the company, and that they're indicating that maybe the Union killed the guy from the company. But, I mean, if they did it, and the Union has authority here, it's not like the Union is going to investigate themselves. So, that's up to us to investigate them. But if we don't have any authority, even if we do investigate them, how would we actually arrest anyone? If it's just us two, you know, our detective and Kim, with one gun between us. Even if we do figure out who the murderer is, I'm not entirely sure how we're actually supposed to arrest the murderer, is the thing. Also, don't ask Sylvie out. She is not interested. And it sounds like for good reason. It sounds like there is a very good reason that she might not be interested in us. We internalized a couple thoughts. We internalized superstardom and Hobocop. That gave us, you know, some benefits for that. Okay, so it would be good if we were able to refill our volition meter, our morale meter, so we are not just one morale point away from death constantly. Probably would be good if we did that. And I guess that's what we'll be trying to do next time as we continue on with Disco Elysium and continue the mystery. That was quite a revelation we learned at the end of our detective apparently having a complete and total breakdown in the whirling in rags, waving his gun around, screaming at everyone that they're all suspects in a murder investigation before selling his gun and attempting to drink himself to death. It's a pity we can't get a flashback of that. We'll continue next time.